Well, okay guys, update. Friday the 9th of August, I believe it is. Yeah, Friday the 9th of August. Phone Universal Credit because today I find out I'm legally entitled to a hardship payment. So anyway, I rang them at Universal Credit, gets through to my local town, Grimsby. Obviously, the Universal Credit call centre is actually in Grimsby. So anyway, I said to her, I'll apply for a hardship payment. She says, you can't have an hardship payment unless you attend an interview in Grimsby. I says, well, I've got no money. I've got no, if I can't buy food, I can't buy food, I can't pay for bus fare. I've got no clothes to wear, as you see. No clothes on. Yeah. I haven't shaved. I need a haircut. I haven't cleaned the house. Yeah. Let me show you the house. Yeah. This is how Universal Credit is forcing me to live. Yeah. I know. Turn the camera on. This is how Universal Credit is forcing me to live. Yeah. This is my house. Yeah. This is my house. Yeah. This is my house. Yeah. There you go. Yeah. Completely empty fridge. The food that's in the fridge is sauces basically and rotten. Yeah. This is how I'm being forced to live. Yeah. They know I've got no money. They know I've got no food. Yeah. They know I can't even wipe my own ass because I've got no toilet paper. As someone said the other day, I've run out of shit sticks. Yeah, basically. Anyway, I got online earlier, went to the government website, and it says if you've failed to attend an appointment at Universal Credit, then you're legally entitled to 60% of your claim. I believe for a single guy it's something like £317 a month. I don't know, but anyway, you know, the reason I would be entitled to it is because as a self-employed person, because I'm not earning over 50,000 a year. Yeah, you lot are going to faint when you hear that. Because I'm not earning 50,000 a year, I'm legally entitled to working tax credit, even as a single guy. Now, working tax credit has been absorbed into Universal Credit. So what was job seekers allowance is now not an unemployment benefit at all, but a benefit for those on low wages. Yeah, so that includes child tax credit, working tax credit, pension credit, housing benefit, job seekers allowance, ESA, that's it, six I think. 6 or 7, I'm not sure, yeah, but the main three are the working tax credit, the child tax credit, and the pension credit. So basically what's happening now is pensioners are being forced to go into Universal Credit office or the local job centre for an interview to prove that they're legally entitled to pension credit. You know, there could be a 90-year-old guy that's been on tax credit for 10 years, 12 years, say, and because it's now living, because they're now living in a universal credit area, they've now got to go through all the shit of proving at 90 years old, well, between, say, 67 years old and upwards, they're now having to prove that they're legally entitled to working tax credit. Mums and dads that have worked all their lives, that are on low wages, are now entitled to working tax credit and child tax credit. If they're disabled, they're entitled to a disabled premium, yeah. But now they're having to take time off work to actually prove that they're entitled to universal credit. And then you've got mothers and fathers, they're actually, say, just entitled to child tax credit. They're now having to take time off work to prove they're entitled to child tax credits. So you've got pensioners that have paid tax all their life now having to prove that they're entitled to working tax credit under the universal credit scheme. You've got mums and dads that now having to take time off work to go into the job centre, right? And remember, when you first put a claim in, allegedly it takes 5 weeks to be sorted out, minimum of 5 weeks. You hear the horror stories, don't know what to believe, what's true, what's not true. Now, most of you are going to sit there, see this video, and you're going to say, well, simple answer is, get another job. But that's no longer an option. You know, you've got mums and dads that may work from 6 o'clock in the morning till 11 o'clock at night, but because they're only on minimum wage, they're entitled to universal credit. Yeah, and you're going to say, well, they need to find a better job then, higher pay. That's easy for you people sitting on the end of your phones to say. Yeah. The days of just being able to pick up the phone, ring a company, are you looking for staff? Yeah. If I come round this afternoon for an interview, is there going to be anyone there? Yeah, our manager's there. Just pop in, fill out a application form at reception. Once you've done that, we'll give the manager a call, and then he'll interview you, she'll interview you, and then wish you luck from there. Like, those days are gone. Now it's, oh, you want universal credit? Apply online. You want council tax reduction? Apply online. You want a job? Apply online. You know, the world seems to forget that 89% of people in this world still don't have a computer in their home, and they still don't have access to the internet. Yeah, there's lots of people out there that have got access to free data, but with that free data, all they can do is Facebook, WhatsApp, Viber, WeChat maybe Instagram, yeah. But then if you send someone a link, they turn around and say, oh, sorry Ray, can't get to the link. Well, why not? I've got no data. But you're online. Oh yeah, I'm using free Facebook. I'm using free Instagram. I'm on free data only. Yeah. It's absolutely ludicrous. So, anyway, going back to universal credit. Anyway, I says, well, we're just going round in circles. I says, every time I phone, you're giving some excuse not to pay me money I'm entitled to. I says, anyway, I'm ending the call. So I hung up on her. But first of all, she threatened to do. She wouldn't listen to anything I had to say. It was, you listen to what I say or I end the call. And hold on a minute. I says, I'm the customer. I'm the one that's paying your taxes. I'm the one who's paying you through taxes. I says, you listen to me, then you give me the answer. I says, don't ask a question if you're not prepared to listen to the answer. Oh, well, I'll listen to you, but it's not going to change what I say. I says, well, we may as well end the call then. I says, put me through to a manager. Oh, I'll put you through to a manager, she says, but they'll tell you exactly the same. I says, right. I says, I don't know what part of the law you've read or been trained in. I says, but it clearly states on the government website that anyone that's been sanctioned, missed an appointment, or can't get to an appointment is legally entitled to up to 60% of any money they would be entitled to. Oh no, we can't pay any money until you've been to Grimsby for an interview. I says, well, I can't get into Grimsby. I says, I've got no food. I says, I've got no bus fare. I says, I've got no clothes to wear now because I've lost like 40 kilo in weight. I says, I've got no clean clothes because I can't even wash the clothes. I can't wash myself. I says, I can't shave. I said, I need a haircut. I need new teeth. I says, I can hardly see now through starvation. So, anyway, I hung up on her. 5 minutes later, 2 minutes later, phone rings. I thought, yeah, we'll answer just for a laugh. Normally I just let it go to my answer phone, but I picked this one up. Hi Ray, it's Tracy from Humberside Police. No, not Tracy from Essex. Tracy from Humberside Police. I believe you're a little bit upset with yourself. I went, no. I says, I'm not upset with myself. I says, I'm upset with the criminality in the Universal Credit Centre in Grimsby. I says, what you need to do is get your ass off my phone, get in your car, get your ass to Grimsby and start arresting these Universal Credit criminals that think they're outside the law. It clearly states on the government website, and any of you can go to .gov.uk Universal Credit, or just search, what do they call it? Hardship payment. That's it. Read the guidelines, see what it says, and then think. It's time for the country to stand up and stop this government corruption. Right, now, I'll ask it again. What exactly do Universal Credit think the police are going to do? I'm starving to death. I refuse to leave the house. Now, like this is how bad it's getting now. I refuse to leave my house. I refuse to answer the phone. Yeah? I'll leave the old YouTube for you lot and send a few adverts and that. So, you know, in the event I do actually stay alive, to actually get some money sorted, because I said at the beginning of the week I was cashing in my pension 10 months early, legally entitled to it at 55, which is next year. Anyway, as expected, no paperwork. You know, the pension company said, oh, we'll send you the paperwork, fill it out, and we'll pay you. Not heard a word. As expected. Universal Credit are still going after my YouTube channel, so this may or may not get posted. They're still going after my affiliate programs. I've now advised them, don't bother going after the staff. I says, because they're now in Asia and they are paid independently and they will be paid from the end of September. I says, I get my wages at the end of September, they get theirs. I've now taken steps to separate their money from my money. So each employer has now got their unique agency code. And you're going to say, well, what do you do, Ray? I'm a travel agent. I sell hotel rooms. If you look at some of my other, well, actually, if you look at the other YouTube videos, you can see the links for my affiliate program. Now, Universal Credit, I haven't got anywhere near that. When I set up the account with the affiliate company, I was smart. Or they're smart, should I say. When you create an advert with the affiliate program, they give you a agency code, right? But then, say I go back onto my control panel tomorrow and I make another link for another website, and instead of giving me the same link with the same code, they give me a new link with a different code. So I make a link, I then give that link, rewind. I make a link, I then sign up my staff as affiliates, they get their own link. So any money they due goes into their agency code, not my code. So even if Universal Credit somehow managed to find my code, they're not going to find the staff codes. Because it's no good them looking at my YouTube. Everything on YouTube is mine. Yeah? But everything to do with the staff is a separate code. Now, unless they've posted their own YouTube videos, their code isn't online. Their code is only where they're advertising it. That's if they are advertising it, because I've told most of them, stay off the computer, walk your streets, walk your miles, walk the tricycle line, walk the jeepney line, or the tuk-tuk line, the coach line, the bus line, the train line, the airport, talk to people, tell them what they do, then give them your link and your code. And then they book, you get paid directly. So, anyway, like I said, don't get paid till the end of September. So I just thought I'd post this, let you know what's going on. It's been 20 minutes now. I'm exhausted. Still no food. No sign of money whatsoever. Oh, like I say, they say, make an appointment. We'll pay the bus fare into your bank account. I've heard this before. We'll pay your bus fare. But guess what? They never do. I've had I think I did it once before, where I arranged an interview. Didn't have any money in the bank, so didn't turn up. So that was the end of that. Why they have to ignore the law is beyond me. Yeah, alright, I totally agree. It's my own stupid fault, but am I upset with myself about it? No. I swore an oath at 15 years old when I joined the army to protect the Great Britain, or the Queen, her officers that serve under her, and the British Commonwealth and the country, Great Britain, from internal and external threats. And right now, Universal Credit and the Department of Works and Pensions are an internal threat. Yeah, there is going to be so much civil unrest in this country very soon. The police will not be able to control it. The armed forces will not be interested.
Call from withheld.
No. As you can hear,
Hi, this is Duggan. I'm not
listen to my message.
If you want to talk to me now, you pay the money I'm owed, or you make a donation to my GoFundMe.
They've hung up.